Good evening and welcome to our Wednesday Creative Living series. It's always sincerely a joy to gather together in this space where we'll learn, we'll reflect, and we'll grow. Tonight, we want to turn our attention to something that we all deeply and personally know that is powerful, and it's I believe. I believe. These two simple words can shape the course of our life. Just these two simple words, I believe. This is because belief is not just an idea we hold in mind, in our minds. It's a creative force. And what it does is that it colors everything we do, everything we see, and everything we become. Just these two words, I believe. It works quietly behind the scenes, and what it does is it gently shapes how we move through life. It guides our choices, our direction, and what we dare to believe it's possible. It also shapes what we believe about ourselves, about others, about life itself. And what it does is that it becomes the foundation on which everything else grows from. It's a foundation. What do you believe? So think for a moment about how many times in a day you act on belief without realizing it. You know you believe the sun will rise, so you set an alarm to wake you up. You've done that so often that you think it's nothing, but you believe that would happen, and that's why you set the alarm. You believe the chair would hold you when you sit, so you don't test it before lowering your weight. That's belief. You believe the seed you plant in soil will grow, even though you can't see what's happening beneath the surface. But you planted it and you're watering it because you believe it will germinate and grow. You believe that night will give way to morning, so you rest, trusting the rhythm of creation. You believe the pain can heal and broken things can be made whole, so you keep practicing and showing up. So our lives are built on countless, numerous small acts of belief. And though we rarely stop to think about them, they reveal something, they reveal the truth that belief is the starting point of trust, of action, of creation. If belief is this powerful in small daily things, the things you don't even think about, imagine how much more powerful it is when applied to the larger picture of our life, of your life. Imagine what can happen when I believe is spoken with intention, with purpose, with clarity, with understanding, with conviction. Imagine when you purposely speak, I believe this would happen. It's not about what you can see right now, and it's not about all the things that have appeared. It's about what you are willing to call true, to call forth, even before there is any proof. As simple as, I believe my tomorrow will be better than today. You've not seen it, but you know and trust that that would come forth. So what things in life do you have to say yes to? It's trusting the process before the results appear. You trust the process of life that's unfolding perfectly for your own good. You've not seen it, but you trust it. That's what belief is. It's saying yes to what your heart knows, even when your eyes can't see it. So what things in life do you have to say yes to? What things about your life, about purpose, do you have to say yes to? And believe before its manifestation. When you believe, it's like planting a seed in the unseen. You may not see anything right away, but deep down, you know something good, it's growing. And in time, it shows up in your life. You don't see it, but you trust, and you're going along with it. You don't wait for evidence. You create the evidence through your faith, your words, and your actions. So when we say, I believe, we are doing more than stating an opinion. We are setting direction. We are aligning ourselves with a vision of how life can be. We are aligning ourselves with possibility. We are aligning ourselves with the process of life. It's as if our inner compass turns toward what we declare. That compass turns to what you believe and declare, and our feet follow even before the road appears. See how powerful these words are, I believe. Many times the path doesn't appear because we saw it first. It appears because we believed it was there. See how important what you believe is. We often say, as far as you can see in your heart, you can have in your life. Belief opens your inner vision, and that vision clears the way for what's meant for you to unfold, to show. Of course, not all beliefs serve us well. Some of the deepest struggles we face come from holding on to beliefs that limit us rather than lift us. Beliefs like, we said this a number of times, I'm not enough. I always fail. Or the world is against me. And what it has done, it has kept many people living far below their potential. These are false beliefs, often absorbed from the past wounds, old stories, or other people's opinions. And yet, when we repeat them enough, you know what? They begin to feel like true. Becomes the truth for you because we so live in that false belief and it becomes normal. The good news is that belief can be changed. We are not stuck with yesterday's stories. We can examine what we believe, release what no longer serves us, and choose again. You can always choose again, here and now. Whatever are the false beliefs, we can change them. It takes practice. That's the gift of consciousness, the ability to pause and declare a new truth. So again, the question will be, what new truths would you want to declare? Let us remember that beliefs is not about blind acceptance. It's not about ignoring reality or pretending away challenges that they don't exist. It's a deeper process than wishful thinking. It's a choice to trust that there is more to life than what appears at this moment. There is more to life. There is more to you. You are a seed, a divine seed. There is more you can become if you believe. There is more to your life. Belief gives us the strength to keep walking when the night is long and the road is uncertain. It's that quiet fire that whispers, keep going. Something greater is on the way. Maybe there's someone that needs to hear that. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Something better, something brighter. It's on the way. Don't give up. When you look back over your life, you can see that everything you accomplished, everything you've overcome, began with belief. You believed you could learn a new skill, and you did. You believed you could endure hard seasons, and you did. Even when doubt was loud, something inside you believed enough to carry you forward. Tonight, I want to remind you that that power within you is still there. It does not change. That power is still there. You are here because you believed in something, maybe in healing, maybe in growth, maybe simply in the possibility of a better way. We often say there will always be a way if you believe that the way will show forth. That belief has already brought you to this moment. Imagine what it can do for you tomorrow. So we want to be intentional with our belief. There's a story told of a small village in the middle of a drought. The crops were failing, the rivers were drying up, and the people were desperate. The local pastor called everyone together for a special prayer service. He told them, bring whatever you need to pray, and we will ask for rain. The next evening, the church was filled with people. They were carrying Bibles, candles, rosaries. But one little girl came carrying something different. She brought an umbrella. While everyone else hoped for rain, she believed it enough to prepare for it. That image stays with me because it reminds us of the difference between hope and belief. Hope is waiting for something to happen. Belief is living as if it already has. So when you say, I believe, let's understand what we mean. I mean it. Belief is living as if it already has. Belief walks with an umbrella into drought. Belief is also contagious. The people you surround yourself with influence what you think is possible. When you are around those who believe in your dreams, your own belief strengthens. When you are around those who doubt everything, your confidence begins to shrink. This is why it matters to be intentional about your community, your conversations, and your inner circle. Belief again multiplies when shared. Think about a time when someone believed in you more than you believed in yourself. Maybe it was a teacher, a friend, or a family member. Their belief gave you the courage to try. And in trying, you discovered your capacity. That's the beauty of belief. It doesn't just lift you, it lifts others too. The truth is, you already believe in many things that are unseen. You believe in love, though you cannot hold it in your hand. You believe in the wind, though you cannot see it, only feel its movement. You believe in the power of thought, though it's invisible. You believe all those things. Why then is it so difficult to believe in your potential, in the presence of spirit, in the unfolding of good in your life? So why then do you believe that that situation is the end of it all? If you believe you're a seed and the best is yet to come, why don't you change those beliefs? In your healing, in your abundance, why don't you believe that? In your getting through that situation, in that your latter years shall greatly increase. Again, belief isn't about having proof. It's about trusting before you can see the results. Again, what do you have to trust? What do you have to believe before the results will show up? The evidence comes later, but belief always comes first. And so tonight, as we explore this theme, I believe, I invite you to ask yourself, what do I believe about myself? What do you believe about yourself? Do you even believe in healing? Do you believe in prosperity? Do you totally believe in that? Do you believe it's possible? What do I believe? What do you believe about life? What do you believe about spirit? About possibility? About love? About abundance? Ask yourself those questions, because the answers to those questions are shaping your tomorrow. Even now, if you believe the world is harsh, you will see harshness. If you believe people are untrustworthy, you will notice every sign of betrayal. If you believe life is generous, you will begin to notice opportunities everywhere. And that's why this teaching is very important, because we can always change our thoughts and focus on everything that is true, pure, joy, abundant, beautiful. If you believe you are guided, you will begin to feel guidance in unexpected ways. Your belief creates the lens through which you see. Your belief, they create the lens through which you see. So if we change the lens, the picture will change too. Belief doesn't always make headlines. Most times, it's simple. It's simply about showing up, studying again, practicing again, praying, treating again, doing what you know is right, even when no one is watching. It's that quiet, steady yes. It comes back to you again, that thought of negativity, and you take yourself back to yes, yes, yes to this, yes to this, yes to life, yes to the process of life, yes to healing, yes to good and greater good, yes to everything that is wonderful. It's that quiet yes that shapes the future long before you see the results. It sees a door where everyone sees only a wall. That's belief. It hears a song of possibility in a silence that others call the end. You are enclosed, you are in a difficult situation, but belief sees a way through. And when we align with that frequency, the direction would come. But we also know belief is fragile if not nurtured. Think of a garden. Seeds are planted with expectation, but they need water, sunlight, and care to grow. Belief works the same way. We may declare, I believe in my healing, or I believe in my purpose. But if we constantly feed that seed with fear, doubt, and negativity, it withers before it takes root. What waters belief is practice. Daily reminders, affirmations, and small actions that align with what we declare. Practice, daily reminders, your affirmations, small actions that align with what we declare. So we don't believe and turn our back to it. We want to keep feeding that belief. Keep speaking to that. Keep aligning with that principle. We cannot simply say, I believe once and expect a lifelong transformation. Just like the farmer returns to tend the field, we return to our beliefs. We nurture them, protect them from the weeds of doubt. Again, this is where affirmation becomes a powerful tool. When you speak words of belief consistently, you shape your consciousness. An affirmation is like water to the seed of truth you want to grow. So imagine beginning each morning with words such as, I believe I am guided. I believe I am enough. I believe life is for me, not against me. I believe something good is unfolding through me right now. Again, they are not empty phrases. They are reminders to your mind and heart to stay aligned with possibility instead of fear. Over time, the words take root, and belief becomes not just a thought, but your natural way of being. You believe, and the universe will move everything to work in that direction. Belief also calls us to courage. To say I believe is often to stand against the tide of doubt, both within and around us. The world is full of voices that say, be realistic, lower your expectations, play it safe. But believe dares to say, there is more. There is more. I like that. There is always more. You think you've done it all, you reached your peak. There is more. There is always the exceedingly, the abundantly, and the above. There is always more. But we need to align with that. I can rise. It is possible. There's a story of two shoe salesmen who traveled to a remote village. The first looked around and said, no one here wears shoes. This is hopeless. The second looked at the same scene and said, no one here wears shoes. What an incredible opportunity. The difference was not the circumstance, but the belief each man carried. One saw lack, the other saw possibility. Our lives are shaped not by what we see, but by how we believe what we see. It's not what is in front of you that matters most. It's the story you tell yourself about what's in front of you. Yes, it's a problem. It's a challenge. But if you believe that you will surmount the problem, you will. If you also say the problem is too big, you're true, you're correct as well. Belief turns obstacles into opportunities, pain into purpose, and ordinary moments into miracles waiting to unfold. Sometimes belief requires us to walk through valleys before we reach mountaintops. Life will test your conviction. You may say, I believe in abundance. And then you face a season of lack. You may say, I believe in healing, and then encounter pain. I believe in healing. I trust, I know I'll be healed. I'm healed. But you're currently sick, feeling all the pain. These moments are not proof that belief is wrong, They are invitations to deepen it, to trust more, to hold on to the words that you speak. Just as a muscle grows through resistance, belief grows stronger when tested. The question in those times would be, will you hold on to what you declare, or will you let circumstances define you? Again, belief is not measured when everything is easy. It is proven in the storm. There's a phrase from the scripture that says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It means belief gives shape to what is not visible yet. It is the invisible building block of tomorrow's reality. So tonight I invite you to reflect. What are the core beliefs you are living by? Are they uplifting? Are they positive? Or are they mediocre? Well, whatever shows up is okay. Not the ones you say, but the ones revealed by your actions. Do you believe in your worth? Do you believe you are worth good and greater good? Or are you constantly apologizing for existing? Do you believe life is for you? Or are you always bracing the next blow? Just anticipating something would happen again. Expecting something bad would happen again. I've tried this so many times, I will never get through this. Do you believe love is abundant, or do you cling in fear of losing it? Your answers, they matter, because belief is intention in seed form. Hear it again. Belief is intention in seed form. What you believe at your core becomes the story you live out. If you discover that some of your beliefs are limiting, take heart. Belief is not fixed. You are not chained to yesterday's assumptions. You can rewrite the story. I can rewrite the story. You can declare a new I believe and walk into a new reality. Everything is possible if you believe. It begins with awareness, noticing the old belief when it arises, questioning its truth, and replacing it with a new declaration. For example, when the thought comes, I always fail, pause, ask, is that really true? Have I never succeeded at anything? Of course, the answer is no. Then replace it. I believe I'm capable. I believe I'm learning. I believe success is possible for me. With practice, the new belief takes root and the old one loses its grip. Again, it's practice. Belief is also like a compass in the forest. Even if you do not see the path clearly, the compass points you toward your destination. You may stumble, wander, or take detours, but as long as you hold on to your belief, you will not be lost. As long as you hold on to that, that is true, that is great and beautiful, uplifting, you will not be lost. Many people give up not because the destination is unreachable, but because they put down their compass too soon. They let discouragement or delay convince them that belief is wasted. But those who keep believing in spite of the detours eventually find their direction. The compass works, but you have to trust it long enough to arrive. And here is something beautiful. Spirit believes in you long before you declared, I believe. The infinite declared it over you. You know, somewhere in the scriptures, the book of Jeremiah wrote, before you were formed in the womb, I knew you. What a powerful reminder that our existence began in divine knowing, that we were seen, loved, and chosen long before we took our first breath. Again, it goes back to the thoughts of the universe for you are thoughts of good. And ours is to align with that frequency. You were an idea in the mind of God, a divine intention made possible. Say this to yourself, I am an idea in the mind of God, a divine intention made visible. You are an idea in the mind of spirit. You didn't come here to convince the universe of your worth. You came here to remember it. And you are an idea in the mind of God, of the universe. So when we say I believe, you are simply agreeing with what spirit has always known you to be. Wonderful, beautiful, gracious, prosperous. The universe is invested in your growth. Life itself has faith in your unfolding. There's a quote we often say, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. The totality of the universe. This is because belief aligns you with the natural rhythm of creation. You are not walking against life, you are moving with it. The same intelligence that formed the stars and set the tides responds to the conviction of your faith. So when your heart says yes and you believe, stays steady, the universe begins to orchestrate circumstances and organize itself around that intention. So don't take yourself for granted. What will happen is people will show up, doors open, and paths clear, not by accident, but by divine design. Belief is also a healer. Many studies in medicine speak about placebo effect. We may have heard about that, where patients improve not because of the pill itself, but because they believed they were receiving something that would help. Skeptics call it just placebo. But think about what really happens. Belief itself triggered the body's healing response. The mind believed and the body followed. If belief can create measurable changes in the body, how much more can it create changes in the soul, in our relationships, in our opportunities? Belief has power to heal far beyond what we often imagine. Belief also requires us to release control. When you say, I believe, you are choosing to trust. You're choosing trust over certainty. You're admitting that you don't see the whole picture, but you trust there is a greater wisdom at work. It may not be always easy. Our human tendency is to want guarantees. We want to know the timeline, the outcome, the details. But belief doesn't demand certainty. It rests in trust. It says, even if I don't see it yet, Even if I don't know how, I believe the way it's opening. Even if I don't see how this would happen, I believe and trust I'm coming out of this situation. These are things we want to be speaking to ourselves. That surrender is what makes belief so powerful. It is less about forcing and more about aligning with Spirit's flow. In your life, there may be areas where belief feels weak. Perhaps you've been disappointed before, and it feels safer not to believe. Perhaps fear whispers, don't get your hopes up. But I want you to consider this. Belief itself is an act of courage. To believe again after failure is one of the bravest things you can do. And every time you choose to believe, you strengthen the muscles of faith, of hope, resilience. You train yourself to rise. So let me ask you, what would your life look like if you dared to believe in a bigger way? What would your life look like? What would you try to release or create? Imagine if you truly believed you were enough. How would you walk into tomorrow? Belief doesn't always come in leaps. Sometimes it begins small. I believe I can take the next step. What is the next step for you? Is it to wake up and be grateful? Is it to believe and know that there is more after this phase of life? I believe I can get through today. Step by step, belief builds momentum. Small acts become powerful change. So to strengthen our belief, we have to speak what we believe. Your words carry power. Act on it. Let your choices align with what you say. Stay around people that believe what you believe. Faith multiplies in good company. Visualize, see it. Let your mind align with it. We want to tweet, we want to pray, we want to meditate. Belief is a daily choice. Some mornings you may not feel it. Choose it anyway. Sometimes you wake up and you don't just feel like doing anything. You just don't feel like holding on to that. Just at the bottom of your heart, just know you are choosing that belief. You're choosing to hold on. See, despite my fear, I choose to believe today. So as we close, let's just go through these affirmations. I believe I am guided by divine wisdom. I believe life is unfolding for my good. I believe I'm enough. I believe love flows through me. I believe in healing and renewal. I believe spirit is greater than any obstacle. I believe my best days are yet to come. And let these words water the seeds of belief within you. And so it is.